Hey, before we get into the video, I'd like to let you guys know that I have a new line of merch. I'll leave a link in the description below. Go check it out. Coffee mugs, apparel, t-shirts, even stuff for the ladies. Alright, let's get started with the video. Welcome back to the channel. In the last video I went over the issues I was having with the two dealerships involved, and when I got my bike back, the issues that still remained. So I contacted Royal Enfield, as you know, and sent them the clips that I took that you saw in the last video, and they decided to replace the engine. So they directed me to take my bike to Select Cycle of Greensboro, which was my first choice to begin with. Fieldy is all loaded up. I've got word yesterday from Royal Enfield North America that my engine is at Select Cycle of Greensboro, so we are on our way there to get the new engine installed. Alright, as you can see, Fieldy and I have made our way to Select Cycle in Greensboro. You know, this is where we should have gone to begin with, but that's another story for another day. Now I know these guys are going to take care of Fieldy. I trust them completely. So let's go ahead and get her unloaded. Fieldy is here at Select Cycle. I'm sure these guys are going to take very good care of her. I have no doubt in my mind, complete faith in these guys. And over here, in this little crate, we have the engine that's going to be going in. Alright. Excellent stuff. A little information there. Alright. They're telling me it's going to be about a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Which is fair this time of year, you know. Most shops are kind of slammed. So I will touch base with you guys in about 2 weeks. So after I got everything dropped off, they told me it would be probably 2.5 weeks before I got my bike back. They actually got it back to me, or got finished with it rather, within a week. I have just received word that Fieldy is all ready to go. New engine and a bunch of other things. They pretty much covered everything that was wrong with the bike that the previous dealership kind of dropped the ball on. But that's beside the point. So let's go up to Select Cycle in Greensboro, North Carolina, and see what they have to say. Alright, we have made our way to Select Cycle, and let's go ahead and head inside. Here she is, brand new engine, and that did include the throttle body, the injector, everything here. Throttle position sensor, the whole shebang, starter, everything included, just plug and play. Great engine. Excellent. Let's go ahead and start her up. Doesn't get any quieter than that. As you can see in this clip here, as I pulled Fieldy out, her valve had just dropped, or I thought it dropped. Whenever I picked the bike up, later Ryan told me that it didn't drop, it just got stuck open because it was warped and got seized in the guide. So over time, it just warped more and more. So this may have been an issue from the start. It may not have been. I'm not exactly sure, but it is certainly something that the previous dealership should have seen. Alright guys, I went to pull Fieldy out, and while I was pulling it out of the barn, I let her get warmed up and went to pull it up around front to load it up on the truck and dropped a valve. exhaust valve. The head is broken off, and that's not good. You can see it's sucking and blowing, so I've got no compression. So that's just another thing that was skipped by the previous shop. Well, let's get her loaded up. So I get her home, get her unloaded, and fire on up. Fieldy is home. She is all unloaded. Let's go ahead and start her up and see how she sounds. Once again. None of that bottom end knock. Now here in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and do that slow takeoff in first gear in succession. Again, just as a comparison to the last video. To replicate things from the last video, the first gear going slow, I did the same thing with takeoff, and you don't hear anywhere near the excessive noise. You don't hear the excessive valve noise, which is due to the warped valve, I'm sure, and you don't hear any of the bottom end knock at all. So, I go on a nice and easy test ride.
Alright, let's listen to the stark difference now with the new engine as opposed to the old engine with all its issues that were overlooked. You'll notice no knocking on takeoff, and this is with a hot engine. I've already gone for a ride, a short little burst. So let's go ahead and listen to this. As you can hear, nothing. No abnormal noises whatsoever. Valve noise is quiet. Let's just enjoy a nice leisurely break-in ride.
All the work that was performed at Select Cycle, they replaced the engine, which also included the starter, of course, and all the internal components, of course, and the throttle body and fuel injector. So the injector, throttle body, throttle position sensor, all that good stuff. So that got rid of some of those issues that I was having as well. And they repaired, I thought they replaced the silencer, but they welded a new clamping bolt onto the bottom, which is perfectly fine. And they got that taken care of, which Team Powersports of Raleigh didn't address any of those issues. So, I mean, they did a great job. I'm overall happy with them. While it was there, like I said, I got brand new tires. I got it inspected. It was due for inspection for this year. And I am absolutely happy with the resolution here that I've gotten between Royal Enfield North America and the second dealership, Select Cycle of Greensboro. I'm not sure what happened with Team Powersports of Raleigh. I'd like to extend an opportunity for them to explain. I can come up and kind of do an on-camera interview with them if they like. I doubt they'd take me up on it, but if they would, I'd be more than happy to go up there. I didn't exaggerate anything in the first video. I went by their words, their paperwork. It was all based on what I was told and my experience with them. So if they'd like to explain, or they'd like to shed some light on what happened, as it were, I'd be more than happy to go up and talk to them. More than happy to do that. I'm not sure if it was a bad day, a bad week, bad tech. Not sure what happened, but there was an issue there, and that's where it was. They went as far as to call Royal Enfield North America and have Royal Enfield North America contact me to have the video removed. They accused me of lying. They accused me of exaggerating and not being honest. That's not me. I'm a straight shooter. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. If I have an issue with something, I'm going to tell you. So for them to accuse me of those things, it's not very nice. They're in the wrong. Like I said, if they want to explain and they'd like to ask me some questions on camera, fine. And I could reciprocate. But that's where we are as of now. So I'm very happy. It's an excellent resolution between myself, Royal Enfield North America, and the dealership involved this time, Select Cycle. Excellent group of guys. It was my first choice. I should have taken it there to begin with, but I was directed to take it to Team Powersports because it was logistically closer to me, but due to traffic, Select Cycle's actually closer time-wise. That's where we are, guys. 100% happy with the treatment that I received. Select Cycle's always courteous. They always pay due diligence to what they're doing. They're talented, they're knowledgeable, and they will not let anything leave their shop unless it is 100%, and they will do whatever it takes to make you happy. That's actually their slogan, whatever it takes. So if you guys are in the North Carolina area and you're close to Greensboro, I would suggest you take your bike to Select Cycle. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. What do you think happened with Team Powersports of Raleigh? And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.